Welcome to another trading recap. Today is Wednesday, August 19th, and I was hoping that I wouldn't have to make this recap video this week. Today's another max loss day. We got completely smoked, unfortunately. And I'm going to go through the VOD here and talk out how exactly the day played out. We started with Tenon today. And Tenon was our second leading gainer. U.S. healthcare medical devices industry. And I was watching it for the breakthrough high of day at 11.95. I drew an ascending channel on the stock, and I expected that once it broke through that high of day and that ascending resistance, that we might be able to see a squeeze up. So I waited to see if $12 would hold. We have 50 seconds left on this 1 minute candle. Fast forward a little bit. So I was waiting to see if this might be a 1 minute micro pullback. So it holds the 9 EMA and holds $12, and I take a position right there as the candle's about to close, and it bounces off 9 EMA. Stops about 12. I'm looking for the next leg higher. Right there, it pops up and rejects. I'm still holding to see if maybe it holds at 11.95 level, and as soon as it breaks down 11.95, I get out. So I end up stopped out for an $18 red trade. I didn't think that there was anything particularly bad about this setup. It was a part of my process, 1 minute micro pullback. We waited to see if it held up, higher volume buying than selling. But it didn't work. All right, so $18 start to the day and down negative 18. So I wait. I'm thinking, well, if that didn't work, then we need to wait for something fresh. And I wait all day. 8:10, we take no trades. 8:20, we still haven't taken any trades. At this time, YJ is popping up. Now, I did watch Ross's recap, and he had the same thoughts as me. Where on the backside of this big move, relative volume was lower at the start of YJ's move, right? Like way back here, relative volume had just broken 5 as it broke high of day. It was a Chinese stock, no news, backside of the move on the daily. I decided not to touch it. I want something fresh. I want a trade continuation. All these pullbacks here, I didn't touch any of them. We wait all day, and then while I'm waiting, YJ continues to go higher, up 200%, and take any trades on it, and take trades on anything else. We had some other stocks slightly moving, EHGO, Chinese stock, had news, but it was a cheaper stock, being a bit more grindy. I don't take any trades on that, even though right here there was an ABCD pattern that resolved pretty well. So it pops up a little bit, like 30 cents, 40 cents, and then dumps. All right, so still no trades. Right here we have YJ consolidating, and I think that there's a pretty obvious pivot at 574 as the stock popped up, rejected, came back down. MACD is still negative, so I said that if MACD turns positive and we break the pivot there, I should buy. We bounce off that previous level. EHGO curls back up, but I don't take any more trades on, or I don't take any trades on it because of the big topping tail on the 5 minute. So I'm worried about rejections. So YJ curls up here. And right here, I'm thinking about buying the break of 574. You know, going back and looking at the VOD and looking at some information about trend lines and whatnot. Maybe the best place to buy wasn't up at 574, but for the break of the trend line. You see I had already drawn a trend line here, but I didn't really use it. Maybe a trend line break setup would have been something like the break of $5. So the break of the trend line you buy, stop is just below the trend line. If you look at the 10-second, it's actually pretty clean. It breaks through, pulls back, tests the 9 EMA on the trend line, and then continues higher. So you could have either bought for the hold of the trend line, or you could have bought the break of the trend line, stop the low of the pullback on the 10-second, or for breakdown of the trend line. That probably would have been a better place to get in, since I've been thinking about how to anticipate these curling patterns a little bit earlier rather than getting in too high, because that's exactly what I did here, was I got in too high. I'm waiting. It breaks, and I buy at 590 with a stop of 575. I'm green there for a moment. I don't take any profits up here. I'm thinking that this level might just need to hold before we curl back up and retest the highs. But we break below 575 and I'm forced to stop out. I stop out down actually 20 cents additionally below my stop. So it was actually a 40-cent stop. Right? That happened very quickly. It broke down, and then we had some bidders there. But it broke down, and immediately the bid's at 550. Instantaneously. The moment it breaks down, it's down at 550 almost. Down 20 cents. And so I end up with a $19 loss to add to my beginning 1850. It technically was a green trade if I had just scalped out at 629, but I held thinking that it was going to hold and maybe curl up through the highs, because this stock has been very strong. So we take a loss, and that's frustrating. We get a big red candle, it comes back up, forms a spinning top, and we start curling back up, and I'm thinking that we're forming a pivot. Here. 5-minute breakout is above this this flat top pivot. And I thought that if I buy the break of the flat top or above 6, if it breaks and holds 6, that we could get the squeeze through high of day, because it's, it rejected, but it held, and now it's curling back up on the 9 EMA. So right here, we break 6, and I'm watching, is it going to hold 6? I'm thinking if it holds 6, then we can buy for the hold and the curl back through high of day. So stop is about 6, bumps up against high of day, and then does a nasty rejection. It breaks down 6, and I hesitate for half a second on cutting the loss, and by the time I press the button, we're down 60 cents a share on 100 shares for a $55 loss, totaling the day at negative $92.50. 3 losses in a row. I said, I'm done. No more trades. We hit max loss. We had 3 red trades in a row. The previous day, we had another max loss day. I said, I don't want to make it any worse. We got to go back to the drawing board here. Something isn't working. And that's really a big slap in the face from the market for me. In the past 3 weeks, we've been progressing really well. We've had multiple green weeks in a row. After coming out of a big drawdown, going sideways for a couple of months, and then finally going on uptrend and being able to size up this week. And I watched Ross's recap, and I saw that he was down today as well. The market has been really difficult, especially in the past couple of weeks, but for the whole year. According to him, the market has been very difficult compared to last year because we've been having all these no news Chinese stocks that we kind of don't really have much idea what they're going to do. And I've been buying in the past couple of days, I've been buying near the highs as we're breaking out, expecting continuation higher. And that hasn't been happening. I'm getting in on a lot of false breakouts. So what I'm going to have to do going into the rest of the week and on the weekend is I'm going to have to study up. I'm going to have to see if there's a way for me to anticipate getting in these moves earlier, so I'm in on the front side and not in on the breakouts. I'm going to have to size back down. We're clearly not ready to size up yet. Our strategy needs to be developed further for the market that we're in. So a little bit discouraging today, down 92 bucks and 50 cents and 60 bucks yesterday. But we're going to push through it. We've mastered the art of showing up every day and not being a bag holder, which are very important things. So as long as we continue learning and improving, we'll get there eventually. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when and how long. As long as we keep at it, we maintain our discipline and our psychology, we learn as much as we can, and we remain open-minded and adapt our strategy to fit the market that we're in, not the market that we want to be in. That's my plan. After this third loss, I didn't take any more trades for the day. I kind of just sat on stream and contemplated and talked with chat for a while. You know, three losses, you're out type of thing. Yeah, I was going through some of my VODs, but we are going to be back at it again tomorrow. Thanks for everyone who's supporting me in chat and leaving comments on my videos, trying to help out, giving some perspective to my ideas and helping me find my way in trading. I appreciate all of you. But until next time, I'll be back at it again tomorrow, 7 a.m., same time. Take care, stay green, manage your risk. I'll see you next time.